Making money with YouTube ads. In this lesson, I'm going to be going over an overview of this monetization method. We're going to be covering how to enable monetization on your channel, how to make more money than most YouTubers, and how to strategically place ads for the most amount of revenue. Now, the purpose of this lesson is to help you determine if YouTube ads would be the best way for you to monetize your channel. First off, how to enable monetization on your YouTube channel. To enable monetization, you have to have over 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers on your channel. And this is in the past year. So in the past 365 days, if you have over 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers, you can enable YouTube monetization, which means that YouTube will put automatic ads on your video and you will get paid based off of the number of views on those ads. So if you meet this requirement, you can apply for monetization, and YouTube usually takes around a month to review most channels. But I found that my channels getting the most views seem to get approved the fastest. Now, I've talked with a YouTube representative about this, and he said it doesn't matter how many views a channel's getting. No channels have priority over other channels. However, this is just what I've seen in my own experience. In fact, one of the shortest times one of my channels has gotten approved is in just 2 weeks, and that's that channel that went from 0 to 500,000 subscribers in just 1 year. But I actually just had a channel just last week get monetized in just under a week. And that channel was doing really well. It's getting over 200,000 views in the past 48 hours. So I think that might have had something to do with it. Right now, I'm going to show you how to see if you are eligible and how to apply for monetization on your channel. To do this, we're going to want to go to our YouTube Creator Studio and then go to the Creator Studio Classic. And then we're going to want to click Channel on the left-hand side here. And then you're going to go to this little monetization block right here, and you're going to click Enable. And to enable YouTube monetization, you first off have to accept the YouTube Partner Program terms, and that's included in verifying your YouTube channel, which we talked about a little bit earlier in the thumbnail section of this course. And the next step is to sign up for an AdSense account, which is pretty easy and straightforward. You just click Start. And then it says you'll be redirected to an AdSense link to link your existing AdSense account or create a new one if you don't have one yet. Once you complete this process, you will be redirected back to YouTube, so we click Next. And then when you either make or connect an AdSense account, then you're going to want to set your monetization preferences, and I recommend just monetizing all of your YouTube videos and choosing what type of ads will be displayed on your videos. I recommend just choosing all of the types of ads. And then you have to accept all these terms of use, and then once you do that and you meet the requirements, then your channel will get reviewed. And it usually takes around a month for most channels. Now let me show you what it looks like once you have ads on your channel. I'm going to log into one of my other channels in which I have ads on. So this is what the monetization tab will look like once you have ads enabled on your videos. This is actually the channel that I was talking about that got enabled monetization in just 1 week. So this just happened a couple days ago when it actually got monetized, and I was so surprised at how quick it actually did get monetized. Now let's go over how to make more money with YouTube ads than most people on YouTube. If you make videos longer than 10 minutes, then you can put multiple ads on your videos. You can put as many ads as you want. While more ads equate to more money, it can also lead to less audience retention because people are just seeing ads pop up. And if there's an ad literally every 10 seconds, it's going to lead people to leave the video. So I'm going to show you how I place ads on my videos for the most revenue without leading people to leave the video. Alright, so once you have your video uploaded, you go to the Creator Studio Classic, and then you go to your video manager, you click the video, and you go to this monetization tab right here. Make sure that ads are turned on for that video, and then when ads are on that video, you're going to want to add the first ad directly after the intro. So if you have a top 10 video or like a list video, and right after you get done saying, today we're going to be looking at the top 10 fastest dogs, let's get into the video. And right as you're showing that first dog, you're going to want to place an ad. So let's say the intro in our example took 34 seconds. In that case, we'll want to insert an ad right there. And then what I like to do is add an ad about every 2 minutes. This video, for example, is 26 minutes long, 34 seconds. Let's add another ad at about, I do a little bit over 2 minutes, especially if it's a longer video like this. So maybe one at 2:50, 2, 3, 4, and then one at 4 minutes. And I usually go a little bit over 2 minutes, so that might bring us to 5. And then I see how that's spaced out, and I like to tailor it off a little bit, so each ad going a little bit more than 2 minutes each time until we get that last ad in there. And it looks something like this. Now let's think about this for 1 second. If your video only had one ad on the video, then you would only be making money from that ad. But this video is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different ads. So it's effectively timesing your revenue on that video times 7. And also make sure that these boxes at the beginning and end of your video are checked as well. This will make sure an ad appears at the beginning of your video and at the end of your video. And this will increase your revenue a ton as well. And this option is only available to YouTube videos that are over 10 minutes long. So that's yet another reason to make videos longer than 10 minutes. Now we're going to talk about how to strategically place ads for the most amount of revenue possible. Placing ads on high audience retention points will lead to the most revenue being generated from your video. I recommend going through the analytics of your popular videos a few days after being uploaded, and then looking at the audience retention graph, and then placing ads accordingly on that video. So if we see that the audience retention graph is really high at a certain point, I recommend putting an ad right at that point. Okay, so here is an audience retention graph for one of the YouTube videos on this channel that just got monetized. And as you can see, there are points in the video where the audience retention goes up. So what you're going to want to do on your own videos is, once the video's been up for a little bit, or if you already have videos on your YouTube channel and you want to implement the ads on those videos strategically to make the most amount of revenue, you want to make sure those ads appear at high audience retention points throughout the videos. For example, looking at this graph right here, we place an ad right after the intro. So let's say we place an ad right there, and then going on through the video, we're going to want to place an ad right here, because you see how the audience retention goes up. It actually increases. So you're going to want an advertisement right there, and then you might wait a little bit, and this is a super dramatic spike in audience retention, and you'll want to add one right about there. So you'll want to make a mark of where to add these ads, because you'll have the analytics open, and I'd recommend like taking out a notepad and then making a note. So we'll say, okay, we'll put an ad at about 6:04, 6:06, and then we'll want to put another ad at about 11:22 or so, just so you know when exactly to place the ads. And now, changing the ads on your video in no way affects the SEO of the video, so don't worry about changing the ad placements on your already popular videos. And another thing you can do, if this graph hasn't yet generated for your videos, you can place the ads at what you think will be high audience retention points in the video. If there's a point that you know the audience retention is probably going to spike, I recommend placing an ad at that point, because it's a best guess and we don't yet have enough traffic to generate this graph to know exactly if that will be a high audience retention point. But if you think that it will, I recommend putting an ad at that point. So that is how you can strategically place ads for the most amount of revenue on your videos, and this will help you make dramatically more money than if you don't otherwise implement these tips. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next lesson.